Hi guys, we're back. We're going to continue our work with circles. You've already written the equation of the circle, both given the center of the circle and the radius, and given the center of the circle and a point on the graph. So now we're going to graph the circle. So we need to graph a circle given the equation. So sorry. We need to just remember that the equation of a circle, the standard equation of a circle says x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. And what my directions say they want us to do is identify the center and the radius of each circle and then sketch it. So that's what we're going to do. And in order to do that, we need to pull our information from the equation out of the equation. So I'm looking for A, B, and R, and that's what I want to find. So if we look at the first equation, there's no A and there's no B for my center of my circle. So my center, if there's no A and there's no B, that means my center of my circle is going to be 0, 0. And then I know that R squared equals 25, but I don't want R squared, I want R. So how do I get R by itself? Well, I take the square root, and I know that R is going to equal 5 or negative 5. And in this case, radius is a distance. And so can my distance be negative? No. So that means it's not negative 5. It is only positive 5. So my radius is 5. Okay. So now we're going to graph it. This is the easiest graphing probably that you're going to do. It's pretty easy. I'm going to graph the center of my circle. I'm going to put a point there. And then I'm going to go left, right, up, and down 5. And I'm going to put a point there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because my radius is 5. So from the center of the circle to the outside of my circle, I've got to have a count of 5. So same with up and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because circle 2, 3, 4, 5, means it's every point on the circle is equidistant from the center. So therefore, it needs to be the same distance. Now this is the hard part for me. I'm going to attempt to draw a circle. I'm not very good at it because it usually looks more flat than a circle, but we're going to try. Hey, that wasn't too bad. It's kind of circle-ish, and that's what your picture is going to look like when you're graphing this. So we're going to go ahead and do the next one, and we're going to do the same thing. I want to find A, B, and R, not R squared. So I can do this. I can say this is A. I know A is going to be here, B is here, and R squared is here. So I'm just going to write myself little notes. So, so what is the center of my circle? Now remember, my center's not, I'm going to rewrite this. Remember, my equation is what? X minus A squared plus Y minus B squared equals R squared. So my center, my A is going to be negative 2. And my B is going to be positive 1. My signs change. So if they're opposite in here, if it's positive 2 in here, when it comes out, it's going to be negative 2. Same if it's minus 1, it's going to be positive 1. Okay? And then I know that R squared equals 49. So R, or my radius, is the square root of that. So my radius is 7. So R equals 7. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go negative 2. I'm going to graph the center of my circle, which is negative 2, 1, which is there. And then from there, I'm going to count 7 from this point, not from 0, 0, from the center of my circle. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. And then up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's my points. Now this circle's going to be really bad because the bigger they are, the worse I am at drawing them. But here we go. We're going to attempt to draw this. Woo. Hey, that wasn't bad at all. Okay, good job. So we've got my circle graph with the center of my circle, and the radius is 7. We're going to go ahead and do one more, and then I'm going to let you guys practice here. So the center of my circle is A, B, and R squared, right? So I need my center and my radius. So the center of my circle is going to be 2, -3. And my radius, R squared, equals 100. So R is going to equal 10. So my radius equals 10. Good job. So let's go ahead and graph this. So I'm at 2, +2, -3. There's the center of my circle. Well, I'm just going to already look, and if I go down, I'm not going to be able to go down 10. So I'm going to put my radius of my circle somewhere else. You guys are going to like, what? I'm going to actually count by 2. So here we go. So this is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, look at that. Already messing up. Oh, see you guys? It's one of those days. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4. So every line is going by 2s now. So I think that's going to help me graph this a little better. I'll make it a little smaller. So I'm going to go over 2 and down -3, which means I'm right here in the middle. That's -3. And then I'm going by 10. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Every line is 2 now. And then counting by 2s here is the same thing. I'm just going to count halfways now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There we go. And now I kept myself on my graph just because I changed the scale of my my scale. Is that okay that I do that? Yeah, it is okay as long as I label it, which I did. To notice I labeled it right here. So I labeled it here. So I know what the scale of on my axes are on both my X and the Y, so I know that it's right. There's my circle. If you have any questions, make sure you're asking me or asking each other. So go ahead and do the next few problems. I know it's going to be a draw it tool, so you guys can graph it. That's the only way I know how to do graphing. So I'm sorry about that. Just go ahead and try and see. Go ahead and try and see if it's going to work. I'm sorry that it's going to be a draw it. I'm going to try and see if I can do something else for other ones. I don't know. I'm going to work on it. So try it. We'll talk to you guys soon. I know drawing with a mouse is hard, but I will see you soon.